What's good? Coach Colin Castello, and welcome to Shot Mechanics Basketball, where today I have 3 unstoppable moves to help you dominate off the dribble. All right, so the key to beating somebody off the dribble is actually simplicity. A lot of players overcomplicate it, do a bunch of dribble combo moves, and it just doesn't work because it allows the defender set up. So today what I wanted to do is give you 3 basketball moves that are highly efficient, that are going to allow you to blow by your defender anytime you're in a dribble scenario. But first, this video is brought to you by my guys over at FanDuel. So FanDuel is by far my favorite spot for one-day fantasy sports, and they have a special running right now before March Madness, where if you make a $10 deposit and enter it into a paid contest, you get $5 off your first deposit from FanDuel and $25 in Ticketmaster ticket cash. So all you got to do to help support us and help support FanDuel is click the top link in the description down below or the link in the first comment down below and sign up today and start playing with FanDuel. Again, they support us, so we'd love it if you would support them. All right, let's get back to the dribble move. So the very first one we're going to talk about is the cross jab. And now this move works best in transition or when you've got a little bit of extra space. So, you can throw this move anywhere from about, the NBA three-point line on in. You just need to have a little bit of momentum coming downhill. So basically a cross jab is a very simple drop cross over the top, and then you're stabbing your foot, your eyes, and your shoulders opposite to try to get the defender to lean, right? So the whole idea here is once I drop and I stab, I'm getting the defender to slide this way because it looks like my body is getting ready to drive to the opposite side of the basketball, right? The whole idea is we're trying to open up this spot so I can get by him and go to the hoop. So once we drop and we cross, we throw our eyes, shoulder, and ball, but then I'm going to keep this leg loaded and explode the opposite direction, right? The whole key and the name of the game to this move is to get my hips by the defender's hips in as straight of a line as possible. The biggest mistake I see a lot of players make with this move is they come up and they hit their cross jab and it's all good, but then they take a really flat angle to try to go around the defender and they kind of banana cut to the hoop. That's not what we want to do, because if you banana cut, it allows them an opportunity to beat you and get back in front of you on defense, right? So think about my hip is going to try to brush the defender's inside hip as well. So once I cross and I jab and I'm going downhill, I want to try to straight line knife my hip in a direct line to the basket. If you can do that, it's going to be really effective and really efficient. Now, another key that you're going to notice with this move is tempo and timing helps a lot. As I'm coming down, if I do the whole thing fast, it's not necessarily as effective most of the time. But if I come down and I can throw a little hesitation and a little shimmy of the head, shimmy with the eyes, shimmy with the shoulders, that shimmy is going to send the defender that direction because my eyes and my shoulders are what's telling the story, right? So defenders on D here, I throw my eyes and shoulders, they're going to slide and push off this outside foot, and it's exactly when they're pushing off the outside foot is we want to beat them because they can't change direction while they're sliding, right? So cross jab, you want to work on it with both hands. I want to be able to go right to left, and I want to also be able to go left to right, hesitation, get to the basket for that finish. All right, so the next dribble I love and is actually easy to master once you get used to it is called the cut dribble. Some people call it the yo-yo dribble. It was made famous by Chris Paul, but a lot of players use it now. And basically it's just the idea that when you're dribbling, you can throw your hand and your opposite foot with the ball at the same time and kind of cut the ball into the ground and get it to come back up to the same side. Now the whole key here is you can't palm it, you can't put your hand underneath the ball. You want to keep your hand on top for the cut, boom, and then have it come out of your hand before your hand rotates all the way under. Now again, just like the last move we worked on, we're selling this one with our head and our shoulders, right? If I come up and the defender's right in front of me and I cut and I look right at the defender, it's not really selling anything, right? But if I come up and I throw it like that, and I throw my arm and I throw my leg, that makes it look like I'm passing, like I'm dropping a bounce pass, like I'm moving it here. The defender's probably going to think they can get a hand on it. They're going to slide up the lane, right? So it's basically the same principles as the cross jab that we just worked on, but instead now we're pretending to throw a bounce pass of some sort going towards the rim. Now the key to this one, we want to keep our speed moving downhill. So what a lot of players do on this, they'll come up, they'll throw this cross jab, it's all good, and then they'll same thing like the cross jab, they'll banana cut it out, right? We want to stay sharp angles on all these dribble move attacks so they're efficient. As I come up, I'm going to cross jab, go my hips by theirs, blow to the basket for a layup. Again, you want to work on both hands, both scenarios. One quick tip, this move works phenomenal out of a pick and roll, right? If I'm coming here and I got a man coming to set a screen for me and I come off and he starts to roll and I've got his help side defender, I can freeze them with this cut dribble getting into the basket. So using different scenarios, Just make sure that you're using your eyes and your shoulders and your opposite foot to sell it. All right, so the next dribble move I've got for you is the bait behind the back. Now, you don't want to do this if your defender's super fast, super athletic, or somebody who has really quick hands. But if you've just got your average defender, or maybe a big who switched on you, if you're a guard or something like that, this is a phenomenal move and works pretty much every time. So it starts with just a bait crossover, just like we used in the first one with the cross jab, right? Remember when we dropped it here and then we were setting it off? We're doing the exact same thing, but when we drop it, we're going to shuffle our feet and then we're going to whip a behind the back around. So it's a 2 dribble combo. The first one's just a bait setup. We want to get him to bite, and then we want to wrap it around. Now the whole key here is we want to shuffle and kick step with our feet. So as soon as I put it here, I'm going to plant my front foot and I'm going to catch it with my outside hand, right? Just like this. So basically I'm exposing the ball out here for just a second, letting it hang in the air. And what's my defender probably going to do? They're most likely going to lunge with it. And most of the time, they're going to go try to get it with their inside hand, right? So they're going to step up like this. They're going to start bringing their top foot forward. Once they do, that means now I've opened up a lane to the basket behind me. So I'm going to wrap the ball. I'm going to slap my opposite butt cheek to pop the ball out right in front of me. And then I'm going to kick step my feet through to get it, right? The footwork's what messes a lot of players up here. When they come here, they might go here and then they try to cross their feet and they get all tangled up. They might fall down, they might trip, whatever it is. But if I come through and I drop it and then I kick step my feet forward, it allows me to keep my body under control, get my hips by the defenders as quick as I can. Same thing, you want to be able to do it both directions, right? I want to be able to drop and bait this way to go behind the back. Either way, I want to be able to use it so I can beat my defender, get by him, easy bucket. All right, so practice these moves, get your reps in, and you'll be amazed at how effective they can actually be. Also, make sure you click the top link in the description down below and check out my guys over at FanDuel. They support us, so you should help support them. It's a win-win for everybody. And if you're new to Shot Mechanics, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscription button, because we've got a bunch of fire content coming your way that you're not gonna wanna miss. And also, I've got another link in the description down below for my power handle workout. If you really wanna work on your handles and kind of learn how to release pressure and get away from defenders, it's a free workout I put together for everybody to check out. So all you gotta do, second link in the description down below. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.